Good morning and welcome. I'm Karen, this Veronica Streams Coaching and Tarot. Today is Friday, and here in the States, it is 4th of July. Well, 4th of July everywhere, but in the States, it's the holiday. So, hope y'all are doing fantastic. I'm going to use the Somnia Tarot, and I'm going to do a different reading today. It's called the Magic Spread. I have it in my Barbara Moore's book of tarot spreads. I just thought it was kind of nice, and maybe we can all use this. It would be about any situation. Actually, the cards are what you have, what you need. What was the third one? I have the book right here. What you have, what you need, who will help, and then what to do, what not to do in the outcome. So I think this can be just on a day-to-day. You could think of this as a daily thing. Maybe just, maybe, kind of like a healing type deal. But let's see how it goes. Can't hurt to do something a little different. And then maybe I'll follow it up with a daily spreadsheet just because. Let's do this. Okay. What you have, King of Swords. What you need. Empress. Interesting. Who will help? Nine of Cups. I'll explain like how that fits, and then what to do, and we're going to pull what not to do. What to do. High Priestess, what not to do. What not to do. Ten of Swords. Okay, and the outcome. That's interesting. Knight of Wands. Okay, so interesting. Tower being at the bottom of the deck. Maybe some changes. This could be about that, but more importantly, what you have is the King of. Oh, I'm sorry. King of Swords is what you have. So now this is going to be a little different because it could be someone specifically, someone that can help you, and this is something that you have, but it also can be your outlook. So it can be that you have the ability to very much have a target, understanding that you have the will to really pinpoint an issue, think deeply about it, be intellectual about it. So this is really about intellect, a lot of it, but also being very clear in a situation that you have the ability to be clear. And I think a lot of situations we need to be clear. Now with the High Priestess right above that, and your action is what to do. It's trust yourself, use that intuition. And I see that coupled with that King of Swords, thinking, you really need to understand what you have is that king, that energy to really be intellectual. But the High Priestess is asking you to trust yourself too. That's what to do. You really need to trust your dreams and wishes, because the Nine of Cups too. Okay, so I'll do a clarifier on that King of Swords, but I think basically it's just saying, you've got the will, you've got the direction, you've got the intellect, also the clarity. I feel like there is need for clarity here for some reason. Tell me about the King of Swords. Anything else? The wheel. So that would be just, I think that's the understanding that time is moving as well. So this is, I'm just kind of clarifying it, but yeah, like Makes sense to me. Like this just makes a lot of sense with that King of Swords. And then the Wheel is clarifying it as you understand too that time is moving and that, you know, again, this is what you have. So you're understanding all of this. And that is what is allowing you to be a little bit more clear in this situation. What you need is the Empress. You need, like, this makes sense too in the respect that you need to take care of yourself. You know, you need you need to understand that this um empathy kind of card, like an Empress takes care of her own, her family. She's very loving in the sense of empathy, taking care of matters, you know, making sure that things are taken care of in a loving way. Um, Kind of like the Queen of Cups, but I feel like it's a little bit more than that because she is a major. And I do see this as something, okay, so this is what you need. Let me clarify. I mean, I feel like it, you know, there's something here too that says for some of you, you may need to be taken care of. You, and I don't mean taken care of in a grand way, but like, you know, be loved, you may need someone to nurture you right now, maybe. Um, but, but I think that kind of understands the, I think too, so I'm going to come back to the High Priestess. It really means that, you know, you need to understand that you can take care of yourself or use your intuition on who can really give you that. Sometimes our friends and family are giving us that comfort that we need, but we don't realize it because it's all the time. Like it's such a consistent thing that we don't even think of it, and that's another reason why this could be coming out. Anything more about this Empress? Ten of Swords. We've got the Ten of Swords and what not to do. So I feel like this is understanding what, you know, do you need to understand if this ending is a good thing or not, as well. But also um, that taking care of you if it is. But I don't feel like there's an ending here because that's Ten of Swords in what not to do. Don't end things. Don't shut the door. And I think this is also saying that what you need is to not shut the door, is to put a little bit of more empathy towards the situation. Who will help you is the Nine of Cups. I'll clarify this with three cards because I feel like the Nine of Cups is really a person that, I mean, it could be someone that you wish for or dream about, you know, that they're there to help you. Um, it could be even like a position. Like if you're looking to be, you know, move up in a work in a company or something like that, it the person that you need to help you is that position that you're dreaming of or something similar so that they can help you because you'll need to reach out to them and they may be helping you and you don't even know it. Also, it's understanding that sometimes it's the least obvious person that gives us the most information or help. It could be even someone we don't particularly even like or care about. But sometimes those are the people that help us the most because either they tell us what we don't want to do or, you know, understanding, like when we really, if you can really lean into someone that you don't necessarily like or I don't want to say respect, but you don't necessarily get along with them and you can understand them, that levels you up a lot, you know, because it's really easy just to say, oh, I don't like them and just, you know, be done. But if you can look at something like that, but I do feel like this is more about your dreams, your wishes, you know. So who is this? Who is this person? What are your dreams and wishes? And then apply it to who that belongs to. For some of you, it may be someone that you care about if you're looking for love or a romantic situation. Is this who you are dreaming about? And if so, they're there to help you. Anything more about this Nine of Cups and who we need? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Two of Pentacles. So I do feel like that's definitely, you need, I feel like that there might be someone that's been far away from you and hasn't had time, and what you do, who to look for is that person that maybe they've been working really hard and they've been distant and you haven't seen them. And maybe they're even on a search for something, and this would be someone that, look for them when they come back around again, because they've been too busy with that Two of Pentacles to be there. So think about that too, because you may need that person and you may need to reach out to them. So what to do is the High Priestess. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. You need to trust yourself. In some cases, if you need an answer on something, it is okay to take some quiet time and really, if you're a meditator, meditate. If you're not, allow yourself to just let go of the idea, and then understand that sometimes the best thing is what ourself is telling us to do. And that's important too. And then we have the what not to do, is the Ten of Swords. This says don't close the door on something. There may be something that you're thinking about ending or shutting the door on, or, you know, literally like saying no more. Um, whether it's a situation, a person, anything, where you're just really considering putting an end to something, that this is asking you not to put this to an end yet. So if this is something that makes sense to you, don't put something to an end. Now, it also can be, don't shut the door on any ideas. Don't shut the door on new prospects. Don't shut the door on anything. I feel like this is saying, don't, if you have something that you're specifically thinking about ending, make sure that's what you really want to do. I'm not gonna, you free will and all that. The tarot, this is just saying, look at all the opportunities. Don't shut the door. Don't end something until you're absolutely ready to, and don't end something for maybe a reason that you don't have a super good reason. Listen to that. Listen to your own self. Listen to that High Priestess in you that's saying, you know more than you think you do. Everybody does. But sometimes what happens is we don't trust our intuition, because we don't know if it's our ego talking to us or our intuition, and it's hard to separate it sometimes. I mean, that's really hard to separate. I do it all the time. Like, I feel like, when I'm reading for someone, I can go with my intuition very easily because my ego doesn't get in the way. But when it comes to me, that's when my ego gets in the way. And ego meaning, um, my physical self. Like, this is what I want versus, or, having that inner feeling. Is this excited because this is what I really want, or is it my intuition telling me? So, there's that separation, and I think that that's hard, can be hard for everybody. It's that taking that real moment and really, and for some of us, we've got to write it down, but really understanding ourselves. Don't shut the door on anything right now yet. Doesn't mean something can't end. It just, this reading is saying, in the now, just leave all the options open, because the outcome is the Knight of Wands here. So this is saying, there is energy that's coming in. The outcome is that Knight of Wands, that real spark of, um, passion, and it could be even travel. Like, there's something happening here where there's going to be forward movement. I'm going to clarify this outcome, but I do feel like whatever that Knight of Wands is very passionate, very exciting, lots of energy, feels good, feels really good, actually. Tell me about this Knight of Wands and the outcome, please. Six of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there could be, some understanding coming in, and I think it's good, because it's the Six of Pentacles with we do have the Three of Swords here, but I feel like this is closing the gap on the separation. So there's something that's happening here with this Six of Pentacles being sharing, and this, Page of Swords being clarity or really understanding something. And I feel like this Knight of Wands is an energy where you're going to really understand what happened here with either some kind of sadness or separation. It's not really a disappointment, but maybe if you've been feeling really distant from a situation, from a person, that you're going to get that understanding here, because there is something happening where there's a coming together. And I feel like you're going to be uplifted with that Knight of Wands. Now again, putting this all into play, it's if you shut the door, this may not happen. Keep in mind, shutting the door means any idea. Like don't shut the door on anything. In other words, too, like, I mean, keep an open mind to things. And at this point, with the whatever situation this resonates with you about, don't an idea or an outcome could come from anywhere. So it's just really important to really, not close any doors. Like keep that open mind. So is there anything else we need to know, please? King of Coins and Nine of Pentacles and Six of Swords. There feels to me like that Knight of Wands could be also travel with the Six of Swords here, because I feel like there's an energy with this King of Pentacles being maybe being somebody, but I feel like it's reaching some goals here with that King of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is then understanding what you've done to get here, everything you've done and accomplished to reach, where you are today. And the Six of Swords is then saying, okay, now I can move towards something that's really important to you, which you will do at some point. And that's that Knight of Wands too. Because anytime we have that energy of Knight of Wands, Six of Swords, to me, those are both good, but the Knight of Wands reminds us that it's going to be very passionate and exciting and and will help motivate us. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that, a little bit different. I'm going to also do a daily one. I'll post it a little bit later. So take care. Have a beautiful day.